Alright guys, welcome to part 2 of my comic book CGC return. And the first part, if you watched my first video, it was all Nightwing, my favorite hero. Nightwing returns, you know. And this video will be for the remaining books in there. It's going to be Batman related books, Batman, Batgirl, Robin, etc. So let's get into it. I've always been a big Batman family fan, and man, I had literally 7 copies of this Robin #1 for the 1993 version. They had the chrome cover, but to me, I didn't consider that the first Robin #1. It was always this one with Tim Drake. Tim Drake's by far the best Robin in the Bat family. He gets no love now. Fuck Damian Wayne, I can't stand that little kid. But this is literally, this 9.4 is the best, cleanest copy that I had. I had 8 of them and none of them look good. And let me read what the greater notes is on this. 1994 said light foxing to cover. I don't even know what light foxing means. Does that mean there's a coloring? I don't know. If someone could tell me what light foxing to cover means, please let me know. But I did anticipate this getting a 9.4, 9.2. Just because maybe this book at the time, it was so beat up. Like, this is literally the best copy I had. And I had like over 7 copies of Robin #1. 1993. This book's even older than the Nightwing #1, 1996. So, beautiful card. This is my favorite Robin cover here. All right. Next, got the coolest Batgirl, Cassandra Kane. Shout out, she's Asian. And look at this beautiful 9.8 year 2000, 22-year-old book. And this is a hell of a cover. Love this cover. And I just love this whole run, this Batgirl run, #1. Very underrated run. I think she is a great character. Definitely underrated. 9.8 on this. Really extremely happy. This is one of the bigger hits from my submission. Just to get a 9.8 on this Batgirl. I think this was gonna be a 9.6 at the very best. Happy to send 2 of those, and this one got a 9.2. I'll gladly cool with a 9.2. No complaints from here at all. Especially since I got that 9.8. And what did they say on this 9.2? All light scratch, left center of front cover breaks color. Left front scratch. Light scratch, left center. Start. Cover breaks color. You guys see you guys see that? I don't. Whatever. They know better than I do. Is that a crease there? That looks like a scratch, but I think that's not the case. So apparently the second one's just like coloring from the ink. But I'll take that over a bend any day. 9.2, this is probably going to be displayed. All my like 9.2, 9.4 books will be displayed. Anything gem in or better, probably be put in the storage unit. All right, more of my green colored, non-autograph certified books. So from my last video, you saw I had 2 covers, 2 books. Birds of Prey 8 and Nightwing 41 that was signed by Greg Land and Drew Dorsey, and this is another set of it. Greg Land, Drew Dorsey signed there from Baltimore Comic Con 2012, and this got an 8.0, kind of rough. Light bindery chairs to cover, moderate bends to cover. All right, so I know that there was something here for a bend. Can you see that? Moderate bends to cover. I thought this was going to be like an 8.5 to a 9. don't really know. There are bends and rolls there. Maybe the back. I don't know still, because there's definitely not a market for people that want green labels that are qualified, especially 8.0, but this is definitely part of the PC for sure. So no complaints at all. 8.0. I'll keep this. All right, next is another Greg Land cover. No, sorry, this is a Glen Orbit cover, but the inside was a Greg Land, New Jersey ink. No Man's Land. This I remember this cover was pretty cool. This is actually Huntress Helena Bernelli as Batgirl in the cover. This is not Cassandra Kane, and this is pretty cool. I remember this No Man's Land storyline. It was pretty crazy back then, and this is pretty badass cover. 9.0 grade. You see Greg Land and New Jersey written, quote unquote, with cover or marker. I mean, come on, we know it's them. Now let's see what they said on this. 9.0 grader notes, moderate bends to cover. All right. Any book that's around this age, that especially that passed around to that are in. Sorry. That's the cover, probably the spine roll. Can't really tell. I feel like 9.0 is a little harsh on this. Unless it's the back. I don't think so. Maybe a little harsh. Yeah, after further inspection, they definitely was a tick hard on this. I could definitely see this being a 9.2, even a 9.4. if you want to stretch it, but at least it hit a 9. This is a green label, so not gonna stress that much. My favorite cover of all time is actually Batman 615, Jim Lee. Everyone knows this 2003 run was one of the most iconic runs in comic book history, especially to me. Jim Lee going to DC and then doing this run of Batman definitely ignited my love back for comics, especially DC. And look at that. No surprise. Alright. Next one is a second favorite artist, Tony Daniel, with during the Batman RP storyline. Look at that. Look at that beautiful Nightwing cover. Him dropping the blue rose. Beautiful variant cover by Tony Daniel. He, in my opinion, his run when he was the artist during Batman RIP with Grant Morrison was untouchable. One of the best Batman artists of our time, and I love his variant covers. Especially this one with Nightwing on the Batman cover. Can't be stopped. 9.6. This was my PC book. I remember buying this in the... Oh, I remember especially requesting the variant cover at the comic shop when this came out. And this one happened to be 9.6. We really wish it was 9.8. I'm actually bidding on a 9.8 right now, hoping to get it for a decent price. If I get that, I would definitely sell the 9.6, but I'm trying to upgrade. This is one of my favorite covers. And speaking of Tony Daniel, we're going to be going on our Tony Daniel run. One of my favorite storylines, Batman Battle for the Cowl, after Batman RIP. Moderate spine stress lines to cover. So yeah, you see that 1, 2, 3? Definitely the issue, and I knew that. I was hoping for like a 9.6, but this box expected 9.4. You can't find a clean copy anywhere anyway, except for it to be charged super premium. So I'm gonna have to be one of those. It is what it is, and just stick with this 9.4. But this is one of my favorite covers of that Batman Nightwing, Tony Daniel art. And almost there. almost last Batman 851 during the last rights. This is also the Tony Daniel variant cover. Look at that. Nightwing with all the Rogues Gallery right behind there. Look at that. Look how beautiful this is. You can't tell me Tony Daniel doesn't know how to draw Nightwing and Batman. And I got a 9.8 on this. Just look at that. Untouchable. One of my favorite covers of all time. Had to get these encapsulated. 2009. The Batman RIP storyline is one of my favorites. And last but not least, Detective Comics 873. Look at that. Jock cover. And just look at the white background negatives color in the back. And obviously, my boy, Nightwing, Dick Grayson as Batman. 2011. Look at that. Look how beautiful this Detective Comics 873. You can't beat that cover. Look at that. Jumping action shot. Jock is one of the best. Jock is one of the best. And that concludes my Nightwing and / Batman submissions. A little bit different change of pace from my normal sports cards reveals, but still CGC regardless. You know, I love CGC, CSG. Just love the company. That's why I grade my grading cards, sports cards with them. Look at all the Tony Daniel Beetle. Look at that. Can't beat that. Wish they were all 9.8s. Kind of tough now that these books are older and they cost more, especially for the variant covers. But I hope you guys enjoy.